In Meadows' 2005 article, Healthier Eating, she states that more Americans than ever are overweight, obese, and at an increased risk of heart disease, which is a leading cause of death in the US, and other cancers. She also states that most Americans consume too many calories and not enough nutrients. I believe that this can be solved by simply looking at a food label. Now, I said that. How many of you look at a food label before buying or consuming any food product? Me neither. But you should. Looking at a food label is very important because it says how much how many nutrients are in that food. The fat, sodium, protein, carbohydrate, sugar. Has the ingredient list on there, which I think is most important because if you have any allergies or on a restricted diet, it says if the food's organic or not. Yeah. And as I said before, most Americans consume too many calories and not enough nutrients. And that could be, but on the flip side, that could be just as bad the other way around. By consuming too much of one nutrient, it puts a lot of stress on the body, especially when you consume too much protein and not enough carbs to help break it down. And if you eat too much of one nutrient and you don't use it, it'll be stored as fat for later use, especially protein. So when you eat protein to get bigger muscles, you have to do more than just that to get bigger muscles. Just eat protein now. It'll make you bigger, but in the bad way. Also, eat too much of one nutrient, it puts your body out of balance, which brings me to my next point. Eat nutrient-dense foods. Nutrient-dense means that there's a good amount of each nutrient in that food. Carbohydrates, sodium, protein, and sugar, and fat. In Wansink, Shimizu, and Bromberg's 2013 article, Association of Nutrient-Dense Snack Combinations with Calories and Vegetable Intake, they state eating non-nutrient-dense foods such as potato chips contributes to childhood obesity. Eating nutrient-dense foods gives you more for what you're eating, and it makes your meal or snack more balanced. Looking at the food label can also determine if the food is organic or not. Organic means that there is no chemical treatment done to the food or the soil it was grown on. In Kat's 2012 article, Organic Food Better, she states that the consumption of organic fruits and vegetables did reduce the exposure to pesticide residue. Eating organic food is the best option when you're looking to avoid any processed foods. So if you want a sweet snack, pick up organic fruit because fruit is high in natural sugar and none of the artificial sweeteners that cause cancer. That brings us to my next point. Look at the ingredient list. I think that looking at the ingredient list is probably the most important thing to do while looking at a food label, because it is important to look at the ingredient list because before buying it, you want to make sure there's nothing in it that you are allergic to or you can't eat. In Burley's 2011 article, Nutrition, Look at the Label Please, he states that if you have any allergies or on a restricted diet, vegetarian, vegan, or lactose intolerant, look at the food label. Look at the ingredient list. Because the last thing you want is to buy a snack that looks good. You look at nutrition values, balanced all the way around, but then you skip over the ingredient list because it looks good, just throw it in the cart. Then you get home and you take the first bite of it, and 5 minutes later you can't breathe because you are allergic to nuts. And you know what that means to any of your friends at a potluck? You skip over it. Oh, you bring something healthy. Here, these get some granola bars that you don't think have any nuts in it because it says no nuts. It's just a chocolate. And you bring it there. Come to find out that one of your friends was allergic to soy because the soy was in the dark chocolate. I believe there's only one way to solve eating non-nutrient dense foods, eating foods that you're allergic to by accident, and by making sure your food is organic. And that's by taking a couple minutes every time while you're grocery shopping to look at the food label to make sure that it is nutrient dense, is organic, and you're not allergic to any of the ingredients.